Hey everybody. Somebody asked me recently how to deal with tantrums. And part of this channel is single parenting and all those types of things. And I wanted to make a video on that. And really for me is the most important thing on tantrum is getting from here the tantrum to hear where the tantrum ends. And this moment between is where they're very angry. And again, this only counts as they're throwing a tantrum, they're not being dangerous, they're not hurting themselves or others. That needs to be handled in a different way. But basically, going to use a quick example of, my son or the child's been they're playing on their iPad or something too long. You decide the screen time has to end. They need to either go outside and play, maybe you need to leave, or maybe you just think it's best for them to stop using a screen, which I always say the bane of any parent in 2024 is screen time and also reading the back of nutrition labels. So let's say said child gets upset, and really for me is there's two ways to do it. And usually it's 5 more minutes, a little bit of screaming, I really want it back. And I think, I read recently, I was reading a little bit before I did this video, that after 4 these aren't really common. And I push back on that. I think they're a lot shorter, but I think children will always push their boundaries. They start to recognize boundaries more, but often, especially with screens, I think as parents and people, we need to start noticing that these are extremely addictive. And these are not comparable to children of 10 years ago, 20 years ago, when it was TV, where they had these stories. These are, YouTube videos. Some of these are cut very, very quick. And the point is to fire off a novelty receptor in your brain, and makes it very addictive. So when you're taking away, these videos are actually made to be addictive. So when you take it away, they almost have a mini addict response of, I want it back, I want to finish it, 5 more minutes. So you take it away, and like I said, what I'm always trying to do is get from the tantrum to the end of the tantrum, and the job of the parent is not to give in. And when you get to the end, you're like, oh, it's over. Like, I got to the end, I didn't give in. And I think you should pat yourself on the back of that. And usually I like to give them an option or two. Let's draw, let's play Legos, you need to do something else. I think when you give them 2 options, it doesn't say, well, you got to do something else. Well, you can do this or that. When they have all those options, I think it's better just to focus their attention on something. You can sit with them and kind of work their way through it. I think at that point, you don't want to engage with them with anger. Once you start screaming and they start screaming, you're not actually calming their emotions down. You're going to want to calm their emotions down. So a stern voice, understanding voice, and there are some points where you just have to walk away. You can walk away, check back in a few minutes, and like I said, usually with my son, within a few minutes he kind of calms down, and I'll look in and he's playing with Legos or he's doing something. And oftentimes when I'm taking away, I offer him, I'll play Legos with you, I'll draw with you. So you got to give those type of options. So that's really how I deal with it. Like I said, I try to be understanding. I try to be calm. There are points when you have to walk away. And there's also points where one of the things I like to say to him is, I know I believe in you more. You don't have to do this. I'm holding you to a high standard because you're capable of this high standard. I think affirming language at this time is really, really good. And understanding. And over time, they get less and less. And it's something all parents have to deal with. And I hope this video helps you. If you have any tips or tricks, to help you, drop them in the comments down below. But like I said, affirming and staying calm and just constantly telling yourself, you're only a few minutes away, usually, till the end of the tantrum. And when you get there, it's all over, and you've done the right thing by not giving in. Because once you have a habit of giving in, it's so much harder to claw back from that habit, because now the child has become used to and has been accommodated over and over to their anger, and it just becomes a complete mess. So that's all I have. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Have a great day. See ya.